having a business is like raising another family.
Facts.
You spend probably more time in your business than you probably do with your own family. You're invested financially, emotionally, spiritually. It's the same thing.
That's facts, dude.
You don't want to avoid your family. Well, at least not good men.
Facts.
So you have a situation that you created, that you thought you were the entrepreneur that was going to take these guys and this business to the promised land. And now you're avoiding what you created because you have a little bit of controversy and you're running into a brick wall. I need you to take out that sledgehammer and I need you to fucking knock that thing down, because ain't nobody coming to save you.
You know what's so crazy? It always catches up. It's like almost a law. You can avoid it all you want. It's going to catch up to you. The question is, when does it catch up to you? And usually when it compiles with multiple avoidances, it's even harder now than it would have been if you just confronted it.
I had to paint the path.
What if you had something like this?
It's going to be a little bit controversial maybe.
When you shift your operating pattern, just journal, brain dump, and just execute what your brain just put on paper.
Most painters don't have the finances down to a science.
Look, I've been here for like a minute. Feel like some of y'all forgetting. I got it high in the city. First one.
What is going on, beautiful painting world, entrepreneurs in the home service industry? This is the Paint Your Path podcast. We're so glad that you are listening to two guys that know everything, and it's the best. My name is Aiden Smith, and I'm joined by Joel Mercado, the great and powerful.
Up, man? How's it going, dude?
It's going great, man. We're doing a lot of home renovation projects.
Oof. I can see that in the background.
Yeah, we're doing some stuff. That's installing a door. We're doing some back lawn stuff. We got a patio set.
Nice.
But we're grateful. It's all coming together, this house, you know?
That's awesome, brother. Yeah, man. I got to stop by sometime and enjoy the back. You got that Blackstone going on, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I was cooking it up. I actually took out a page out of your book, man. Meal prepping. We're getting the body right. We're dialed in, man.
Let's go.
It's good.
Love that.
Can't get consumed by the business. You know, a lot of stuff that was happening. I was like, man, I need to lock in, get my calendar dialed in. That's what we did, man. We took this weekend to get all dialed in. And if you're listening, you might have to do the same. So I encourage you to do so. You'll feel a lot better, man. I did like a family session this morning at the gym. Like my wife, my son, all working out. It was pretty cool.
That's dope, dude. What a life to have now, right? Isn't that cool?
How are you?
I'm great, brother. I'm trying to calm myself down. I just got back from the gym, like I was telling you earlier, and just like I was so amped up. I was like, you know what? Let me take a break. Let me relax so I don't come off firing on this podcast.
We need you to be fired up, man. This is what people tune in for. And I think we have like the perfect topic to do so, man.
Yes. I'm ready.
Any entrepreneur listening is going to get something out of this, man. And the topic we are talking about today are going to be the 3 A's, the triple A's.
Triple A's, yes. Let's go.
And Aiden's not a part of it.
No.
Action, avoidance, and acceptance.
And once you get through those triple A's, you get to the major leagues, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's think about that.
That's what it is, man. And, you know, I think the easiest one, at least in my eyes, is action. In my opinion.
Yeah.
And I believe that if you just immerse yourself, take the decision, you can make it easy on yourself. Right?
100%.
You can go out and there could be something like I'll never forget. And this shout out to Lucas Jensen. I'll never forget it. We hopped on a call and we were doing CCK, cabinet coating, or CCU, cabinet coating university.
Yep.
And we hopped on a call, me, him, Alex Corral, and we wanted to do something with Alex's business and like create a university, kind of like a course for cabinet painting and kind of building the business. And me and Alex were already sold, right? We were like ready to go. And then Lucas comes on and we're thinking we're going to have to like pitch him, get him on board because like, you know, he's a smart kid. He brings a lot to the table. And then he hopped on. He's like, dude, when are we going? I make decisions fast. Let's fucking roll. And I was just like, let's go.
Yeah. So, I bet you the ads were on the next day. Everything was ready, funneled out.
But I think that's, you know, now you look at where he is, where Alex is, and you look at the lay of the land and you say, it didn't go perfect. We basically closed that business down. And I'm not afraid to say that. But how you do one thing is how you do all things. And we took action.
Yeah.
And we went all in.
Imagine if you didn't take action and a year went by, 2 years went by of a thought and a process that you wanted to do, and you felt stuck in your business and you didn't do anything. And you still have this thought of like, what if it worked out? What if it not? And then now, let's say the time of waiting, Lucas is still doing PaintCon, that's been blowing up. What if he got too busy? Now he can't even help you execute the thing you guys wanted to execute because you waited too long.
We crossed every bridge and we learned a lot.
Facts.
We learned a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. So what would you say the easiest one? Action, avoidance, acceptance. I kind of have an idea already.
It's funny, actually. I'm with you on action, though.
Yeah.
The reason I'm with action is because if there's one thing I've always been great at, because I avoided shit for a long time until I figured it out to stop avoiding. And acceptance, I waited a long time. But it was through action that got me to get rid of the avoidance, to get rid of the acceptance as well. And the reason why I say this is because I'm an action taker. I take action all the time. Like, I don't want to think about it. By the time we're done, I want to get going immediately. But that also hurt me too, because I was doing like 50 things at once and I would say yes to every opportunity. But I think what's happening is like the fact that a lot of people just don't focus on the one thing and just take action on the one, right? So I know we're speaking to our painter community right now, and I need you guys to understand, you opening a second location and you trying to do 3, 4, 5 other things, and you still haven't figured out your one, I promise you'll be distracted. If you take action on this one company right now, you are going to be so happy because you were able to get through all these leadership issues, all these bottlenecks, all these what ifs. This stuck mentality will be over with because you executed at the highest level. Once you implement the right people, then focus on the next thing. But I think today really is the fact that even on the one thing we're not taking action on, right? And a lot of our listeners and our viewers they're stuck and they go, well, I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Aren't you tired of being tired? Aren't you exhausted of thinking and not taking action? Think about that, right? And I said it at my event last, whenever it was. I forget what date it is right now. But it's like, that's how fast I'm moving. I'm like, it feels like a year. It's only been 60 days. But I said an action or inaction, still an action. Well, I'd rather take action and fail than have an inaction and still fail because I'm not doing anything. So
I take great pride in failing, man, because that means you have the balls to actually commit. Right.
Yes.
But I think what you said is key because there is action and I think there's also like direction, right? Where it's like you could take all these actions and do multiple businesses, multiple endeavors. You're already kind of having shiny object syndrome before you even dialed in your main thing, right?
Yes.
And I think when you do that, you're creating security for yourself because you believe that, well, I have a little money here, a little bit of money here, and if one fails, I have this other backup plan. That's the exact thing keeping you stuck.
Yep.
Right. And I think what happens is, as well, is when it comes to the acceptance, there is the acceptance of, hey, man, I'm just going to wait it out until it gets better, or I'm going to take action and then accept I have no backup plan. My back's against the freaking wall and I need to execute. And that's when your best work is done. It's so funny because I always tell people, I say, I'm the best sixth man you know. When it's clutch time, call me in.
Facts,
when
dude.
It's like, hey, Aiden, we have a spot. It's next week. I need you to hop on and do this call. You called the right guy.
Right.
I can lock in like this and make it happen.
Yes.
Because you need that back against the wall a lot of times to take action, right? Not everybody is super disciplined, super dialed in, super structured on everything they do. So accepting the fact that you're now in a situation where you committed to a painting business, a location, you need to make it happen there, not only for you, your team, and everything else you set up. Man, that's like a tough pill to swallow a lot of times. And once you do, man, it just creates magic, right? It's like the entrepreneur magic. But also, a wise man once said, your next million is in your current business. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, man. They hit like a ceiling or they make a little bit of money and they think, oh, I can just, like you said, open up a new location somewhere else. Man, dial in what you got going on.
Yeah.
Pay for the extra support, the understanding of how to do it, the extra how. Don't be too stubborn that everybody around you suffers. And now the people that are relying on you in your current business are like, where are you at? you're not supporting us anymore.
Yes.
That's tough, man. I would never want to do that. It's tough.
Well, it's a tough pill to swallow because you got to remember it's your responsibility as leader, right? So as a leader, we have to step up regardless of how we feel in our current situations and handle business, right? And I just ripped I don't know if the episode will go out this week, but I literally over the weekend, I ripped an episode on this. And what I ripped on was purely literally talking about entrepreneurship. Like entrepreneurship is a game. It is a sport. It is a responsibility at the highest level. And if you're not ready to play, you probably shouldn't be considering it anymore. And make a decision very quickly. And I'm going to say hard things right now on today's call because like, here's the reality, right? On our episode here, some people shouldn't be entrepreneurs. And I know you guys are used to hearing us being motivating and like getting you excited. Listen, here's the reality. Are you willing to be able to pull payroll from somewhere else that didn't come from your business to take care of payroll? Are you willing to serve your people at the highest level, knowing that they come first because you made some poor decisions and you need to take care of them because that's what you're responsible for? Are you willing to work on the weekends and work 12, 14, 16, 20 hours, whatever it takes to make sure everyone's taken care of? That's your responsibility as an entrepreneur. You signed up for it, right? And I think a lot of people need to hear that. But here's the cool part. Even if you're still doubting yourself, here's the cool part. If you doubt that you're that entrepreneur, all you have to do is take action, which means, hey, let me just follow a play. Maybe I'm not fit to be at the highest level for this, but I'm fit enough to still enjoy my life and fit enough to still make it work really well for me so I can get rid of these stresses. That's possible too. The question is when are you going to start doing that? And that's today, not next Monday, not over the weekend when you got more rest. It's today. You got to make that situation, that little decision right now when you're listening to this.
Dude, having a business is like raising another family.
Facts.
I mean, dude, you spend probably more time in your business, a lot of times, definitely in the beginning, than you probably do with your own family. You're creating relationships. You're coaching them to be better. You're invested financially, emotionally, like spiritually. It's the same thing. It's to be honest.
That's facts, dude.
And then, the other A we were talking about is avoidance. And it's like, you don't want to avoid your family. Well, at least not good men, right?
Right.
You can't just put your phone down and somebody needs help and you're not there for them,
Facts.
So you have a situation that you created, that you had the idea, that you thought you were the entrepreneur that was going to take these guys and this business to the promised land. And now you're avoiding what you created because you have a little bit of controversy and you're running into a brick wall.
Yep.
I need you to take out that sledgehammer and I need you to fucking knock that thing down because ain't nobody coming to save you.
No, dude. And I want to make a recommendation real quick. Hold on. Let me pull this out. So I waited to read Tanner's book because we're doing that in the book club right now. And I just want to read, bro, we're going over the 7th. Yeah, 100%, dude. This was the first edition, by the way, y'all. That goes to show you, like, we don't. Oh yeah,
around. The first edition. We were there. Yo, do your friends really support you?
Yeah.
Do they really cop on the first drop?
100%.
That says all you need to know.
So I want to read something real quick. I wasn't thinking about doing this, but it's important, right? Man, I'm going to read day 3 of his book. Is that cool?
Yes, sir. What page?
28, page 28.
Let's lock in.
I just pulled it out. Any chapter in here doesn't matter. It's freaking phenomenal.
Go ahead, bro.
But I'm going to read this real fast. It says, kingdom level protection, building on solid ground. I've been sued for $250,000. A customer slipped on surface we painted after it was finished and after it had dried, after it rained the day before. The guy was an alcoholic. None of that even mattered. He sued and his lawyer came after everything I'd built. Think about that. The lawsuit taught me something critical. You're not just running a business, you're building a kingdom. And kingdoms need walls. During the lawsuit, I had insurance. The insurance company handled the lawyers, the depositions, the stress of compiling evidence. They paid the settlement, and I kept my business, my home, my family's security. So
Sheesh.
the reason why I started with that real quick is he's literally in this chapter in day 3, he's teaching about protection of your company, why you should pay for insurance, why you should pay for workman's comp, why you pay payroll taxes, why you pay. It's not fair. We all had to pay and still continue paying in our businesses.
Yep.
You're not exempt from this, Mr. Entrepreneur who's listening today. Aiden pays his stuff. I pay my stuff. Tanner, everybody else that operates at this level knows that we have to pay.
Yeah.
But here's the beauty of it. We understand in those stressful situations of paying for this stuff that those things will get handled. So he talks about the mindset on that too. And he mentions how essentially what happens is the people that don't, they just put themselves, but everyone else in the organization in danger to lose the business because you didn't feel like paying an extra $1,000 a month for security or for insurance. Right. So then now you sit here in this limiting mindset belief system of, oh my God, what am I going to do? What you should have done is do the right thing. Right. And it's important. So this is where avoidance is. When you avoid paying taxes, when you avoid paying your insurance, your workman's comp, because you think it's saving you money, you're every day that you avoid, you're in jeopardy of losing something.
Yeah.
Right. And I want to read the last part of this.
Yeah.
He always
Finish
puts
this.
a verse.
This is good.
So he puts a verse on everything. So today's verse, this was day 3, by the way, in the book. I was like, holy moly, like what? Like Tanner's just spitting knowledge. Today's verse says, the wise man built his house upon the rock, and when the rains fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat on that house, it did not fall because it had been founded on the rock. Matthew 7, 24, 25. You know the storms are coming. Build accordingly. So for every time you avoid, every single time you avoid, you're hurting somebody, not even just yourself. You're hurting other people in your life. I want this to resonate so bad that it shifts your mind and it makes you sit here and go, you know what? No more poor me. No more, oh, this is only me. I'm only the one dealing with this. No, you're not. We all have gone through it or are currently going through it. I'm telling you, stop avoiding. Answer what you need to answer. Find out what it is, whether reach out to Aiden, reach out to me, reach out to Tanner, Alex, or anybody else in our community. We're going to help you guys. Stop putting this belief system that you can't. Stop putting this belief system that if I avoid a text and I don't call back my coaches or my people or my employees or my customers, stop. You're only making your situation worse. Please, when you avoid, this is the outcome. That wall that you built on a poor foundation will fall over when the storm comes. Tanner is literally talking about a full story of his whole professional career. Every day I read this, like last night I was reading the final chapter to prepare for my call because we do a leadership call and we're doing that tonight. I'm going to review the whole week. I damn near almost cried reading this last night because I was like, fuck, dude, I was in his shoes, dude. Like I remember quitting like just not even that long ago. It was like, what are we in 2026? Bro, I almost quit my major business that I exited. I almost left in 2020. I almost said, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Right? When I'm reading Tanner's words and his story, I'm like, that's crazy. I felt like he was speaking to me through his book. So imagine, guys, when we talk to you, it's because we all have gone through it. We've all been with it. We've all been either sued, if not sued, some sort of fee we had to pay, or a upset customer that wants to put a bad review, or late nights that we lost relationships in, whatever it is. I'm telling you, you got to stop avoiding. And it's coming from my heart today because the reality is I avoided for years. And when I did, dude, I've lost a lot of great things in my life. And I feel shameful for that sometimes. But I'm telling you, you'll feel better when you stop avoiding. You still got to deal with it. It's coming. The question is when and how? What are your thoughts on that? What did you take away, Aiden? Because I know
I want to quickly finish this because it speaks to kind of what we're talking about, right? So, hey, he finishes with, I can't begin to describe what the stress felt like during that process. And I'm sure it's only a fraction of what it would have been had I not had insurance. But insurance is just one wall. The kingdom mindset means building multiple layers of protection before you need them. It means sowing good seeds today for the harvest you'll need tomorrow. Think about a farmer. He doesn't wait until he's hungry to plant seeds. He doesn't wait until winter to build the barn. He prepares in the season for what's coming out of the season. That's kingdom thinking. And I wanted to finish that because one of my favorite things to do as a coach, and I feel like I've been speaking about my coaches a lot lately, but like I'm with them in like the process a lot of times when we're going through the coaching, and they see how I am when it comes to how I coach. And for me, I'm not at Tanner's level as far as his intensity, but I definitely give them a check. And I think I learned that a little bit from my brother, you know, being a second child. He always checked me, right? Whenever I had a train of thought that I thought was, but he knew I was getting to something else and just avoiding, right?
Yes.
And he would check me and he'd be like, look, Aiden, that's not you, dude. You can't be doing it like that. You have to do it like this. And he was so right. And I'm glad to have somebody like that. And I think that's why sometimes I see people as like my elders and I'm like, thank you. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. And I have that perspective. But like for my coaches, they're like, I show them, hey, this guy, what he's telling you isn't true.
Yes.
These guys are lying.
Yes.
And I check them. And it can be little things. Yeah, we'll usually just put one coat. Huh?
Right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right? Or yeah, I mean, he's like kind of subcontractor, but he really just gets paid. And I'm like, what are we talking about? Are we building a real business? Are we doing real things in your business? Or are we faking things and, you know, hopefully nothing gets caught? And a lot of guys are operating on that line. And I think that's the benefit of me and you. What we do in our groups is we hold that integrity line super, super strong,
100%.
right? And we're not perfect, right? There's things, yeah, sure, right? You can find if you nitpick, but it's like we try our best to have high standard businesses because right now, dude, we're at a point in existence where trust could not be any lower, right? Whether it be home service, online, the people that you meet. I mean, we were talking about it last episode. You need to consume 5 to 7 hours of someone's content before you even get in a communication with them because we're looking out for anything that could happen. And you can't blame people for that. I mean, I'm still like that to this day where if I'm following somebody, there's people for years I've been following that I know if I reach out, I'd get good value from. But I just want to see when I see them in their weak spots, when I see them and they're not doing so hot or their things off, that's when I say, okay, I validate it now, right? You lost all my trust. There goes that. But if I feel like, damn, that time's not coming and we have some alignments, that's when the relationship starts. So protect your circle, guys, but also protect your business with these walls that Tanner's book's talking about, Joel's talking about, where you do something right, even though it hurts, it sucks, you lose money, mentally it's draining, you may take away from your health or family, but it's the right thing to do, and you get to build knowing that you did it right, and if it doesn't fail, you can leave with honor, right? Because that's kind of what we look at when it comes to business, because we've been around a lot of scumbags, and I can definitely point to that, and I made it like my life's duty to always grow things that I'm doing, relationships, in the image of how I see myself and how I want to operate in life, right? Again, am I perfect? No. Am I moral dumping on you guys? I try not to. I know how it's going to be sounding, but at the end of the day, the mission remains the same.
Yeah.
Do it right. Treat others how you want to be treated. And if you're building this business, man, treat it like it's fucking real, you know? Not like, oh, I get to skimp by on this little angle.
Well, you said it earlier, cool. Aiden. You said you worded it in a way of how you do one thing is how you do all things. So if you're running your business like that, I can already tell how you run your life. I can already tell like how you treat your people. I can tell how you treat your family. I can tell how you treat yourself, right? Based off how you run your business, because it tells you everything, right? And it's important to understand. And guys, this is a hard pill to swallow, right? Like my brother is 8 years older than me. And I remember him always telling me, Joel, don't do this. Joel, you did this. Joel, blah, blah, blah. All these things, right? And I always resented him for that. It's always like, that's man, okay. You always on me, right? But for now sure. I'm older and I'm like, dude, all he wanted was to protect me. He wanted me to protect me against me.
Shout out,
not from anybody else. So think about that.
Yeah, man. 100%, dude. So look, I think that we deal with a lot of clients, we deal with a lot of business owners, and we see a lot of the same things happen. None of our clients are perfect, right? Not every client that comes in our orbit is a perfect, 0 to 100% finish, right? I wish it was that way, right?
Yeah.
We try, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of mindset shifts that need to take place. There's a lot of resistance. There is a self-transformation that's happening. And you may not even find it with me You may find it after the fact, and I planted some seeds that sprouted long after I was gone. And I'm
100%.
so okay with that, right? I don't need you to have this crazy transformation under me. I just need to know I made an impact, and somewhere along the line, you got your money's worth working for me or working with me.
Yeah. 100%.
That's what we're focused on, right? And it really is hard because we wish we had people in our corner when we were growing our business to kind of guide and say, look, man, you got something going on and it's festering. And if you just keep avoiding it and looking the other way and just kind of sweeping it under the rug, it's going to hit you really, really hard down the line.
100%. It always, you know what's so crazy? It always catches up. It always catches up. It's like almost a law. Like no matter what, you can avoid it all you want. It's going to catch up to you. The question is, if, like I said earlier, is when does it catch up to you? And usually when it's when, it compiles with multiple avoidances.
Yeah.
It's even harder now than it would have been if you just confronted it. It's wild, dude.
It's home service though too, right? Like home service, man, it's a lot of moving parts. It's not like a subscription they just buy and that's what they get. It's like you are constantly earning the respect and trust of the people you're working with. It's the nature of our business. It's exactly why you have to run these businesses with high integrity, right? Yeah. If I'm just selling a subscription, like you don't have to like me in order to buy this thing. Right. But if I'm selling a home service where emotional attachment is going to be a key role in why we do business, that has to be in check.
100%.
It's part of this game.
It's important. Listen, like I'm sure you see things all the time with your clients. It's like when you teach them certain things, the faster they move on it, the quicker they go back to you and say, man, I feel so much better on this situation that we just handled it. And it just took us to give them a little bit of a nudge to be like, hey, man, don't let that fester. Just get it done. Handle it. Let me know how it goes. And I have yet to have someone tell me, oh, that didn't go so well. They go, man, I feel better. Like, I didn't like the outcome, but I feel better about it. Great. That's half the battle, right? So good for you, right? So that's important.
But that's also where leadership comes into play too. You have to be prepared, ready, and willing, right? And you can't hold your guys to this standard and you're not the one that's holding the line and doing the things that you're talking about doing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are you setting these guys up for success, right? Are you avoiding having meetings with them, even though they need your support? Yes. And you're like, oh, well, I just don't know how to run a meeting. YouTube something right now for you. You'll figure it out. If you hop in that room with them, get on that Zoom, and for 60 minutes, just figure out some type of process to make sure everybody's on the same page and that we're continuously getting better. There's no reason you shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
100%. And that's the one thing. I don't know if you do this, Aiden, but sometimes live, I'll be like, call them right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. 100%.
I like literally, I did this. I'm not going to say names, obviously, out of respect, but there was a situation that one of my guys, he was like, hey, I'm dealing with this customer and this is what's going on, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, great, call him. And I'm coaching him right now. And he's like, like right now? I'm like, yes. How am I supposed to teach you how to be a great leader if I can't listen to you live? Right? Like, let's go. Call him.
Don't avoid it.
Yeah. And the moment he called him, told the customer exactly what happened. Instead of avoiding the situation and waiting till they got back from being out of town, he got the answer. And they're like, yep, it's okay. I'm okay with you guys using that sheen. Don't worry. Continue to move forward. I was like, dude, look at how like you were consuming all this headspace. You were playing all these scenarios of what if, and then thinking you can get away with it and chancing that when they show up from out of town, they're going to be pissed off at you for you to redo it, all because of a deadline. So we took action now. We found out yes or no now so that we could pivot. And it ended up being, hey, it's okay. I'm good with it. But you spent 2 to 3 days thinking about that. If you just did it on day one, took action, and you stopped avoiding, boom, that's the outcome. You can move on to the next opportunities that show up. Mm-hmm. That's the hack, guys. Like, I get anxious now. Like, I used to be that guy. I used to procrastinate. I used to be that type of dude. Now when something comes across my desk, I'm like, right now, let's go, right now.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's the game changer of success. Everything's right now. Get it done now. Don't wait for it, because tomorrow may not come.
A lot of stuff there, bro. A lot of stuff there. I love what you said about the urgency and like doing it right then and there, because these little tasks add up and you don't have the brain space to be able to just keep track of everything, right? So not saying you have to overload yourself, because there is a little bit of that too, but at least if you can handle it and it's under 5 minutes, man, just knock it out. Or put it on a running to-do list, which you take action on every single day.
Yeah.
I remember early on in the coaching, man, one of the key like first session things we went over is calendar and to-do list. That was all we talked about, because I was like, I cannot have you come to these sessions and you're unorganized. You don't have like clear roadmap action items on what you need to do, right? Yeah. So I said, let's dial that in right now. And I made people, and I even did this for myself, I made people change their wallpaper to check your to-do list.
I love that, dude.
Because you take everything out of your brain, you put it on your notes app, man. And it's like, even if it's like a loose kind of, okay, here are my things I need to do, you get stuff done and you're like, I have half my day left and I'm so productive and I'm just on one right now.
100%. Dude, there's so much, man, you and I could rip forever, right? Like what people don't realize, I was even teaching lessons for my team today because I always meet on Mondays with my teams. And I told them, I'm like, what'd you guys do over the weekend? Everybody's just having a good time and this and that. And they weren't at goal, right? And I was like, you know what I did over the weekend? I closed X amount of dollars. I followed up with X amount of people on the weekend. Sunday, I was like, I spent 4 hours of being proactive because I know I'm traveling this week. And I got all of my shit done on Sunday. Did I want to do it over the weekend? No. Did I? Yes. Because that's what it takes to win, right? Yeah. So what a lot of people forget too, again, is imagine if I avoided doing all those tasks, what that would do to my team if I didn't do my part and now they're held behind because I didn't lead, I didn't do what I was supposed to do so that they can do what they need to do. Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realize, like you as the leader, if you don't finish your tasks and you don't focus and you keep avoiding, or you feel like, oh, I'm just exhausted and I'm just going to get some rest, and you haven't earned it, I promise you, something's going to come down and you're going to stress even more. Like I'm so caught up that if I put my feet up today and didn't do nothing all week, I've already hit my goal. And that was on Sunday. Does that make sense?
Like, you're not that guy.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. No more. I used to be that guy, but no
I
more.
need to get better with the traveling and proactiveness, bro. My wife, she has access to my calendar. Another tidbit that you guys should do.
Oh yeah,
sure your spouse is looped in. She goes, babe, you're traveling every single month for the rest of the year. And I'm like, I didn't even know that. But like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, shit, what do I need to do to like prepare for all this? Right. So definitely I'm not used to traveling so much, man. This is like the first year I've really been just going at it. But yeah, man. Like thanks for reminding me. I need to dial that in.
Bro, because here's the cool part, right? Now when you get to the airport, whatever comes to your desk, you can knock out at the airport. And Lucas and I were making a joke last month because he was traveling somewhere. I was traveling at the same time he was traveling.
Oh, I seen that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like literally, as he was on the plane posting, I was on the plane posting as well. And he's like, this is like the best office ever. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Like I get so many tasks done on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I just had a plane to work out of because I would just get more done. And it was crazy that like he's saying the same thing that I'm adopting. And I'm like, yep, this helps me when I travel so I can enjoy my stay. Like last thing I want to do is get on stage thinking about, oh, I got 50 other requests I have to do while I'm trying to present value to people and then go back to my hotel and go to work. That's no, thank you. Like I'm good.
Can I maybe, we're kind of getting to the end a little bit, but
sure.
Can I maybe end it on something which is a little bit pivot wise?
Let's do it.
Of what we've been talking about. And it aligns with it. But like at the end of the day, let's look at macro. You got to fucking believe in yourself.
Facts.
You've proved way too much to not be able to take action confidently and have the confidence that you're going to come through on the other side. Some people got to like hear that, you know? Yeah. Like, dude, I was even talking to Tanner a little bit the other day where I was on the phone with him and I was just talking about the painting business and how it's been a little bit stressful. I can't lie, because the Paint Pro coaching has just been fucking consuming my life. Not in a good way. Like I want it to. That's what I wanted to do. And it's just been going so well that I'm like, man, either I need to bring somebody into this painting business or like I'm just working through it kind of thing. Just make sure that I can give the right energy to it. Right.
Yeah.
Because
of course.
The last thing I want is that I'm telling somebody to do something and not do it myself. So I'm talking with him through it, and he was basically just like, dude, like, you got 100 reviews on Google. That is nothing to sneeze at. And how long you've been open? 18 months or less?
That's
Like,
crazy.
he was like, dude, you got to remember, like, you got something good going. Yeah, it might not be the biggest thing in the world, but like, also that, but you're also like, you're in it with your guys, and there's something there. And I'm kind of just like working through that right now, just being transparent with even our audience. And I'm at that crossroads myself where I'm looking at like, am I able to give enough to both of these businesses? Thankfully, the Lord, I have invested in such planting those seeds in the coaching to where I have such good people coaching my guys that I have the utmost confidence that the Paint Pro coaching is in good hands. But now I'm looking over at Smith & Co. Painting where we have amazing subs. I have an amazing admin. Our clients love us. But am I able to say, hey, confidently, long-term, I can help you guys get to X spot?
Yeah.
And that's something I'm working through right now.
I love
transparently.
That. Dude, I've been really thinking about this, and I know it sounds funny because everybody's like, Joel, you just left. I've been thinking about opening one. And I'm like, I got the itch, right? But the reality is I've been thinking about it hard. And the reality is I made a commitment to the contracting excellence, right? And I said, hey, once I get this to replace me where I'm not needed as much there, I might open another one and fully commit myself to that with zero partnerships and really grow another beautiful business. But I think for you, Aiden, if you're cool with me making a statement on this.
Here's the cool thing, right? Before you say that.
Yeah.
This is why I love doing this podcast, because it has helped me tremendously. Like, I really live by the fact that I try to have no leashes. I'll tell you what it is, how it is. I don't care. I'll let you know. Yeah. And I want people that are listening to use me and my situation, our situations, as like, hey, we get to learn and actually make decisions based on what they're saying. So yeah, please.
I love it, dude. Game. So obviously you have a different passion to the coaching to the passion of the business, right? Those are two different necessities or gives, I would say, right? Yeah. So like, obviously you probably feel a lot of fulfillment when you're coaching other guys because the fulfillment is, man, I'm able to pave the way for them and help them see
paint the path.
Yeah. And that helps you, right? And you're like, man, I feel really fulfilled. Whereas the business now also is a different fulfillment where it's like, hey, I'm feeding these families and giving them an opportunity, which in return helps feed my family too, right? So it's like, how beautiful is it that you built something so nice, so fast, right? And it's just the beginning for you. What I would advise is continue to grow it and find the right successor. This is what a lot of people don't pay attention to. It's all about the successor. Like, no different than Jason from Contractor Freedom. He has his Joe, right? That dude pretty much runs the whole thing.
Yeah. Tanner's got his GM.
There it is. So start looking for your successor. Because if someone could have told me a lot of things differently, would have been one, I wouldn't have had partnerships. That's the first thing I'm telling you guys all right now. Not that I'm against partnerships.
I agree wholeheartedly.
But if I redid everything, I would open up a painting company, 0 partnerships, just me. Build it 100% the way I would want it.
You don't need it.
You don't need it, correct. And then I would build a great GM who would be my successor that I would give piece of the pie so that they own a piece of it. Like, it's called I'll get into that another thing, but a Fathom ownership, which is they get a percentage of profits, but they're not really the owner. You know what I mean? But they have a piece of the pie as an owner, and build something beautiful with them that they can create and have a successor. That's super important. And I think a lot of people that are listening right now, if you're trying to exit out of your company or you're getting burnt out, find that successor. They will bring more energy back to you where you can actually buy back more time, and you will ignite that motivation of knowing, hey, I got the right person by my side. This is my right hand. I can rely on them. I trust them. I'm teaching them, and they're feeding you energy back to revive the business. And I think that's important. So I just kind of wanted to feed that to you.
Well,
when you're in that position to get that successor.
If you're listening to this and you're in Orlando, Florida, and you want a great opportunity, I'll teach you everything I know.
There it is. What an opportunity, man. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, just if you are thinking about that and you guys want to be an entrepreneur, there's nothing wrong with that either. You can make a lot of money. You could build a very good home, a great career. And who better than having a coach like Aiden actually teaching you the ropes while running the business? You're getting paid to learn. What an opportunity. Definitely take
Dude,
it.
there was a guy who I think I talked about it before, who was out of
Yeah.
state that was like interested, and I considered that, man. I really did. So yeah, maybe I just needed a little bit more direction, and timing is everything, right? They say.
100%.
So I appreciate it though, man.
Pray
And
on it, bro. Pray on it.
yeah, I will, man. The one thing I will say, whoever is this successor, if we go that route and whatever, they need to be able to use DripJobs.
Yeah.
Sponsor of the podcast. All-in-one CRM that we use inside Smith & Co. Painting, which is my painting business. And if you decide you want to use this CRM, if you're home service painting business, you get 30% off for 3 months using PATH 30, PATH 30. Best CRM in the game.
100.
Stamped.
Let's go.
It's great advice, bro. I really, that's been something that's been weighing on me for a little bit, but you have your pillars, your values, and the things you stand on, and I just want to make sure it's done right. I want to make sure that whoever does come in brings that amazing energy, and that's going to be me too, to like find that person, put it into the universe. Like when I talk to Alex and I tell him stuff like this, he always just says, "Let it come to you." Put it out in the universe, let it happen naturally, and we're not in like comparatively, we're like a decent sized painting company, and there's no downside to keeping it as is right now. But just me, how I'm built, I want to make sure I do something epic, to be honest. So I'm like, that's kind of where it comes from. So if I'm not doing something and it's awesome, I don't,
Yeah, you don't do it at all. I know you.
Kind of where I'm at,
Yeah. I love it, dude.
But yeah, man. So I did want to plug Roadmap, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
So Roadmap 2027, guys. We're having Joel there. We're going to have Tanner there, Alex Corral, head coach Dave Rule with Kevin Turner Painting, and my brother-in-law as well, who is like a big wig at a Fortune 500 company. And essentially, we are inviting anybody who owns a painting business and that is looking to have their best year in 2027, September 17th through 19th. You get to come out, 3-day workshop, 3-day for VIP, 2-day for regular, and literally just draw out the blueprint for 2027 so you guys can have the best painting business year of your life.
That's the goal, man. And how
That's
beautiful
what it is, man.
That. Oh, man. I can't wait to drop some bombs there for everybody.
Oh, yeah. We got some stuff coming out too, man. We're announcing topics so you guys can kind of get a glimpse of what we're going to be covering. And then up until August 1st, which this episode is going to drop tomorrow probably, you guys will have $250 off. So before August 1st, make sure you guys lock that in and use it as a trip, man. It's a getaway. Bring your family. It's a beautiful resort, man. And you're going to be kicking with some awesome guys. So we're excited.
Oh, man. I can't wait, bro. It's going to be fun.
You got anything coming up?
Honestly, my biggest thing will be in January, but we'll talk about that as it gets closer. Okay. The biggest thing I would say is just, I'm going to be dropping a lot more long forms. So I'm just giving the game and the play. So I will be recording a literal 5 pillars video of what I believe you need from mindset, office, leadership, sales, and production. I'm doing a full-on training for free, and I'm just putting it out there to the world. So if you guys ever thought about just you're stuck and you just want to listen to a different perspective and watch YouTube and nerd out, I'm literally going to be recording that this weekend and then hopefully go live within 2 weeks. But that's it. That's all I got really big coming.
Where can people find that?
The Mercado method. If you go to my channel, that's more of like a general entrepreneurship this podcast I created for mindset. I'm starting to sprinkle in some more contracting stuff in there now and doing more solo because I want to start doing consistent episodes solo in terms of like giving them mindset hacks. So that's my new thing I'm going to start doing.
We need more Joel. Never forget it, man. Not many guys like you out there, brother. So the Mercado method, you heard it on YouTube. And if you guys are interested in roadmap.paintprocoaching.com, we're going to put both links below so you guys can have access to that. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.